Now, it wasn't the best performance, but the Alabama State Hornets did what they had to do to get the victory. We got to clean up some things at quarterback, but nevertheless, we are still the #1 team in the country, and we are looking forward to our next opponent. But now we got to go up here at the reservoir, up here on the campus of Howard University in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. It is time for the battle of the real HU. The Hampton Pirates are in town. They're 2-0 in conference play. Howard has not won a game yet in conference play. They're 0-1, but they are 4-1 overall. So let's see how this game pans out. Satele steps back to pass. Satele throws off his back foot, and that's picked off by the impact player on defense for the Howard Bison. That right there is Travis Davis. Davis with the first turnover of the game for the Howard Bison defense, and now he's calling the homies back home at the crib, hoping they saw his big play. So here goes Howard on offense. Look at this pass off the back foot and the back of the end zone for a touchdown, though. What a pass that was. So here goes Hampton once again back on offense. Satele, however you say it, throws it again and it's intercepted. Wow. Just a bad pass. Two bad possessions. Here we go again, the Howard Bison. Once again, get the ball back on the first two possessions on the game. The very next play, a play fake, pops it up the middle, touchdown Howard. The Howard Bison are now up 14-0 and are looking to extend their lead. They're looking mighty unstoppable right now on both sides of the ball. So we go to a 2nd and 10 situation. There goes Howard at the Hampton 43-yard line. Look at this pass. Look at that toe drag swag right there. That is a beautiful catch on the corner. An excellent catch as well as his ability to keep his foot in bounds. Play fake right here. Look at this pass. This quarterback is throwing passes on an absolute dot. The Howard Bison strike once again. And now the Hampton Pirates have to pass the sticks. Satele pops it again. It's picked off and he's going back for a pick six. There goes Davis once again. His second interception of the day goes for a pick six. It is now 28-0 for the Howard Bison, and things are just getting ugly right now for Hampton. There goes another pick six. Good Lord, man. He out there rocking that Tyrann Mathieu at LSU back in the day. A 17-yard pick six to the crib. And now the Howard Bison are up 35-0. Although Hampton did get into the end zone with this play right here, this would be far less than enough. So we go later on in the game. It's 38-14 in favor of the Howard Bison, and this time Satele is finally getting into a groove. But it's too little too late in this case. They did go for two, but it didn't convert it. So look at this. The quarterback for Howard is blinking. Look at this pass right here, though. Look at that pass. An absolute rope. Touchdown, Howard Bison. Howard was just clicking on all cylinders in this game. They beat one of their rivals 45-20 and win the title of the real HU for season 8. Hampton had no chance. They started off very bad. Those two interceptions on the first two possessions of the game pretty much sealed their fate. So you saw us. We beat Bethune-Cookman in Daytona Beach. Alabama A&M just got put in a split by Prairie View A&M 34-9. Prairie View's first win of the season. Mississippi Valley State in a high-scoring game versus Temple wins. Alcorn State beat Arkansas Pine Bluff. FAMU beat Texas Southern by 7 points, 3-3 on the season. Jackson State pick up win number 4 over Southern, 31-17. Interesting. So we go over to the MEAC. You saw the battle of the real HU. You saw that game. We go down to Morgan State, just straight destroying Delaware State, 47-14 in a rivalry game. My goodness. South Carolina State and North Carolina A&T in the battle of the K9s. South Carolina State come out on top. And then Tennessee State squeaked by Norfolk State 38-34. I could just imagine how good that game was. So now we're going to go into recruiting. All 5 targets are now ready to make their official visits. And we're going to set everything up for this weekend. The first guy we're going to set up is Harvey Lowe, the defensive end all the way out there from Nevada. We need this very badly. We need him to come to our team, even though he has poor potential. We ain't worried about that, though. We're going to get him out there eating on that football field. Patrick Collier, Kingsville, Texas, a pipeline that we want to keep, considering Ryan Thompson is also from Texas. So you see here, that Patrick Carter really doesn't have a pitch that we can go with. So we're just going to go with program prestige. We are fighting Texas Tech and Nebraska, 2 Big 12 schools for him. But please believe we are very confident that we can lock up Patrick Carter before the season is over. Bob Russell all the way up there from Ohio. Overlook Page, man, where in the hell is that at? So Ohio State is first on his list. We're number 2 though. But we're going to set him up to come down to the Gump Town. Lorenzo Harris all the way out there from the Bay in San Francisco has now Alabama State on top. Cal and Iowa are still in the hunt. And he wants to play for a big-time football program. We are very well known now. Matt Stevens for Vermillion, Ohio. Another Ohio recruit. So Matt Stevens has Penn State and Tennessee on his list. But please believe we are looking to lock him down after the game versus Mississippi Valley State. So as you see here, the BCS rankings, we are currently number 1 on the BCS poll and number 1 in the AP poll. So we are definitely doing a good job of keeping that number 1 spot, because you know in the previous seasons they were straight hating on us. So Brennan McCaleb, the quarterback from Cal, is first on his Heisman watch list, followed by Anthony Robinson of Nebraska, Aaron Wyatt from Michigan, Isaac Wiggins from North Carolina State, and look at this, Samuel Ross, the running back for Morgan State, is on the Heisman watch list. Wow, man. And he's balling this season too up there in Baltimore. He approaching 1,000 yards and also has almost 300 yards receiving. So look, speaking of which, look at Samuel Ross. 96 yards on 25 carries, 3 tutties, 154 receiving yards on 6 catches, along with 2 touchdowns, 5 TDs overall. Travis Davis was balling versus Hampton, 6 tackles, 4 INTs, and a pick 6. So then you got Tony Robinson and George Johnson winning Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year in the SWAC, both representing Mississippi Valley State and their big win over Temple. And then, of course, you saw this. Both of these cats was on the National Player of the Week column. So there's that. Join us next time. We have a big weekend coming up. Recruiting-wise, it's a very huge weekend. 5 official visits from 5 big-time players across the country. We're taking on the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils in the Gump Town. We are hoping to see you there. Peace.